On the streets of Cairo, a fledgling democracy lies in ruins. And American policy on Egypt appears in disarray. Even after the mass killing of civilians, Washington still refuses to condemn the country's generals for their recent power grab. Barack Obama did interrupt his holiday in Martha's Vineyard to denounce the violence.
America cannot determine the future of Egypt. That's a task for the Egyptian people. We don't take sides with any particular party or political figure. I know it's tempting inside of Egypt to blame the United States or the West or some other outside actor for what's gone wrong.
Now he's cancelled a planned joint military exercise with Egypt. $1.3 billion in American military aid is already in the pipeline but will be reviewed. Despite everything, Egypt is still key for US goals in the Middle East. The Egyptian army support is crucial to maintaining the country's peace treaty with Israel. Washington supports Egypt in its fight against militants on Israel's borders in the Sinai. And the US Navy's access to the Suez Canal is controlled by Egypt. So the White House tries hard to work with whoever is in power in Cairo. Until recently, that was the Islamist president, Mohammed Morsi. Today, it's the military. It's a policy that has left Washington with no friends or influence in Egypt. So now, even former administration officials are saying there's no benefit anymore from supporting Egypt's generals.
I think it's time for the United States to recognize that what we have here is the restoration of a military dictatorship in Cairo. That means that the United States needs to call these events what they are. Under American law, it needs to suspend assistance to the Egyptian government because this was a military coup and it is a military regime.
Turkey's prime minister said today Washington shares responsibility for the bloodshed.
After these actions, how can you keep talking about democracy and human rights? How can you keep speaking about human values while people are killed before your eyes?
And this evening at the UN Security Council, there will be a meeting to discuss the escalation in Egypt. Ghattas, BBC News, Washington.